Hi, everybody. I know, long time no see, right? Okay. All right, I'm excited because I do have some new foil to try out for you guys. This was sent to me by this company called Blue Bonnet. I did ask them to send me some samples, which she did. I played around a little bit with them last night. We're doing some more experiments tonight. Now, I have some basic information for you. So, Blue Bonnet is a company based out of Texas. Their Facebook page is Blue Bonnet Foil-RGV. So, Blue Bonnet Foil-RGV. It comes in rolls of 21 centimeters by 5 meters. What that translates to us is 8 inches, just over 8 inches, 8.26 inches by 16.4 feet. So a lot of hot foil there, okay? This is the hot foil, and she differentiates it by calling it Foil Quill, but hot foil can be used in the Spellbinder's Glimmer, the Gemini FoilPress, the Foil Quill, the Go Press and Foil, the Toto machine, and I am missing one more. I can't think of it right now, but hot foiling essentially uses hot foil dyes. So this foil already has an adhesive built into it. You put your dyes into it, run it through a die cutting machine, and then it will press into the foil and it will stick, okay? There are 23 colors, and I'm going to be using it on the Gemini FoilPress today because I do best with my Gemini FoilPress. I will maybe do experiments with the Spellbinder Glimmer later on down the line. As you guys know, I'm not well versed in the Spellbinder's Glimmer, so I don't want my lack of being able to foil correctly to affect the outcome of the foil. So I'm using what I know best right now, which is the Gemini FoilPress. Plus, I like that the FoilPress has different heat settings so we can see how this works. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, I'm only going to be testing the hot foil in this video. And again, if you're new to foiling, hot foil is not the same as Minc foil or toner foil. If you join our Facebook group, it's Foiling Snobs Club. We're not snobs. We just want to make sure we have perfect foiling. I actually have a frequently asked questions file, and I separate the difference between toner foiling and hot foiling. So this is not Minc foiling, this is not Laminator, this is not toner foiling, this is actually hot foil. So hot foil, you need a hot foiling machine, which would be the Gemini FoilPress, which I have here, which needs to be used with either a Gemini or a Gemini Junior, the Couture Creations Go Press and Foil machine, the Spellbinder's Glimmer machine, the Europeans have a Toto machine, and I know there is one more and I'm missing it, but I can't think of it right now. The Foil Quill as well. All right, so you can see she sent me some very nice samples. When they come, they do come rolled up with this nice band. So there again, you can see the name of the company, Blue Bonnet Foil-RGV on Facebook. All right, and she rolls them up. And here you can see the width, which is, like I said, just over 8 inches. And then 5 meters is about 16.4 feet. So quite a bit of foil in there. What I liked in looking at her website was all of the different colors. So I have, I think 6 different, maybe 7 different colors of hot foil here, but we're going to sample these out, okay? Again, hot foiling only today, all right? So I did some experimenting late last night to check the heat settings. And here you can see, and this is Recollections black 110-pound cardstock, okay? So medium 30 seconds, medium 45 seconds, high 15 seconds gave us some overfoiling. I don't know if you can see that. And then this was high 20 seconds, some overfoiling, never mind the butterflies. So then I moved on and I was successful on the Recollections 110-pound paper. This you can pick up at Michael's. Spellbinder's die. This is the Happy Birthday on high for 12 seconds. And there you can see that beautiful pink foil. She does not have any names of her foils. They have numbers on them, so you have to check them out on her Facebook page, okay? Shipping was super quick, and they were wrapped, like I said, very nicely in a box when they were shipped to me. Okay, so that's that one. Then I decided to use a Gemini die, and here I got the exact same results. Again, high 12 seconds seems to be the magic number. Gemini die, there it is again. with the happy birthday. So today I want to switch it up. I'm going to use some different papers and some different dies, some different foils. So the paper I'm going to use today is the white. Let me bring it over to you here. This is the Marco's matte coated cardstock. I generally have good luck foiling this, but I don't think I've ever hot foiled on it. I can't remember if I did. So I'll link that for you too. It's matte coated cardstock. They sell, it's called Futura Laser. So if you look it up, it's called Futura Laser. It comes in 80-pound, text weight, and 100-pound. The text weight is like typing paper. Don't make the mistake of buying that like I did. And you can get the 80 and 100-pound in either full 8.5 by 11 sheets, or they do sell them in card front sizes. I believe you get more for your money if you get the full sheets and you cut them down. So that's what I've done here. I've just cut a couple sheets down, and we'll see how it does. I do have my machine on high. I have it on 12 seconds. Now, when using the Gemini FoilPress on high, you may see some warping in your plate. That does happen. It will go back to flat once you're done using it. So this is a piece of that gold foil. It's like almost like a champagne gold. Very pretty. Okay, I am going to maybe cut this down a little bit to help prevent some of that overfoiling I had yesterday. And see if I can get this right in the middle there. Now, a couple things are going to determine your foiling. 1, obviously your foil. 2, your machine. 3, your die. 4, your paper. So there's quite a few things. If this is your first time, I'm not showing how to use the Gemini FoilPress. I have plenty of videos showing that. You can go back and check my playlist for that. And again, join our group. It's Foiling and Stamping, Foiling Snobs Club. It used to be Foiling Stamping Club, but we changed it to Foiling Snobs Club. And I give you a lot more information. Today, I really just want to test out this hot foil and see how it does for us. Now, all I'm going to do is take this and feed this into my Gemini Junior. So you're going to hear some noise, and that's just the die cutting machine that's rolling through the rollers. And again, this is the Happy Birthday die from Gemini, or Crafter's Companion is the mother company for that. Okay, you always want to let your foil kind of cool down. I don't think I have this. I don't think I had proper adhesion here. I think I might have to add a shim. Yeah, we'll have to see in a second. Plug that back in so it stays hot. The Gemini dies are a little cooler. Oh, maybe that's regular foil. That didn't stick at all. I'm wondering if that's regular foil and not hot foil. So that's the difference between regular foil and hot foil. Is regular foil will not stick. I think I grabbed that and put it in the wrong spot because she did send me both. Oopsie. Let's save that for later. Let's reuse the back of this. And let me grab a piece of the hot foil. That would be my mistake. I'm sorry, guys. Well, that's how you test out your foils and find out if they're hot foils or not. Because hot foils and toner foils should be kept separate. Because hot foils will overfoil if you use them in a Minc machine or a laminator. A Minc machine is basically a super hot, really high pressured laminator. Hot foils, because these have adhesive built into them, are not recommended in your Minc or laminator. And then regular foil, which I suspect is what this is, will not stick to, as you can see, will not stick because there's no adhesive in regular foil. That's why you need to use it with a toner. Okay, let's try this again. I know this other foil is hot foil because I used it yesterday. Let me check the other foil she sent me. See, these are marked foil, and they say on their laminator foil. So I'm wondering if I maybe pulled that out of the wrong one. I don't know. that there's any way of telling what's regular foil and what's hot foil without testing all of them. Maybe it's just the matte coated paper I'm using. I will be doing a test on the toner foils. That's a video for another day, though. Okay. You always want to let it cool down. So better adhesion. Okay. And there you can see that is almost perfectly foiled. So that is the difference between hot foil and toner foil. Look at all the sparkles in that foil. That's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. I love all of her foils. A lot of them have these cool holographic designs. And if you're comparing them to the hot foils that are on the market right now, this is what you normally get, and the Couture Creations is the same. They come in these 4-inch rolls, and these are also 5 meters long. So you're actually getting a value because, I think this is the same, yeah, 5 inches by 15 feet. So you're getting this, you're getting a little bit better value because with the blue bonnet foil, you're actually getting 3 inches more in length. So you're getting 8 inches, but you're getting the same width of foil. So, and did I mention the price? $5? $5. $5, you guys. That's really not too much more. These are normally around $4 to $5. Sometimes you can find them on sale for $3 something, but they're normally $4 to $5 a roll. So that's a very good value. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so I did the happy birthday die a couple times. We know that the paper works. I'm just going to take that one off. You always want to follow your directions of your machine. It comes with tongs. It comes with little hot mitts, so you want to use those as well. I have some other dies here. Now, these dies are a little more difficult to foil. Normally, I have to use a shim with them. So, let's see how well our machine does. Now, because these are larger surface area dies, we probably need to increase the heat as well. I'm going to use this pretty fuchsia, kind of shattered sparkles in there. Very pretty. You guys know how much I love the pink. But I have a feeling we're probably going to need a shim and probably going to need some, we'll just use this as a shim. Extra time on this one. So I'm going to crank the heat up on this one. The timer, not the heat. It's already on high. I'm going to go 25 seconds on this one. So we're going to give that a second to warm up. There was something I wanted to grab while that's counting down. And then it's going to beep when it's done. And again, we're going to run it through the Gemini Junior. Now, in terms of the best hot foil out there, the Gemini Papercraft foil is the easiest foil to use because, in my opinion, you only have to use it on low. However, I know not everybody has the Gemini FoilPress, not everybody has the Gemini Junior machine, and not everybody has access to Gemini foil. So, for the majority of you that are using either the Go Press and Foil machine or the Spellbinder's Glimmer machine, those machines tend to work at a much higher heat setting. So, because they work at a much higher heat setting, when you're using the Glimmer foil foil or the Toto foil or the Couture Creations, the Go Press and foil, or even these foils, these blue bonnet foils, they need to be at a higher heat setting. So you don't need to do this with the other machines, just with the Gemini FoilPress, okay? Try this little seahorse. And I think we can back that back down to 12 seconds. And might cut a little piece of this silver foil. And she just sent me some samples. Look at the colors here, you guys. I wanted to show you too. So this silver is like silver little sequins. And then this is a beautiful color, medium green. Oh, I'm going to love this like in spring or Christmas time. But even better, look at this dark green. And again, it has those kind of shimmer flakes in there. So these are all hot foils. But we'll go through and we'll cut a little piece of each one and see how it does. I have a little piece of this. Will this fit my guy? Oh, look at that. It fits perfectly. Okay. Like to give the dye a minute to warm up. Okay. Ooh, overfoiled. Yeah, this is a problem with this particular dye. For whatever reason, and I'll prove it to you, because I had issues with it the other day. I need to work on working it. So this was using the Gemini foil, but look, it underfoiled here. And here it did the same thing. It overfoiled and then underfoiled here. So that's not the foil itself. It's the actual hot foil dye. But look at how gorgeous that hot foil is. So that is the dye, because here it is having an issue with it. And I did it on matte cardstock the other day as well, like glossy cardstock. So that's not the foil, that's the dye. And I was wondering if that's the case, which is why I tested it. So we'll go to more tried and true dyes that I know are going to work for us. So I have that little seahorse in there. Let's try him. I'm not going to use a shim. I don't think I normally need a shim with him. Let me grab some butterflies. Now, when it comes to foiling, whether you are doing Minc foiling or hot foiling, the smoother your paper, the better. Hot foiling is a little more forgiving when it comes to using textured paper, because you're again impressing the dye into the foil. But the smoother your paper, generally, the better it works. I'm pretty sure that worked okay. Let me cut a piece of this dark green. Okay, and let's reveal this before we run that one through. And that is perfectly foiled. So this hot foil is definitely Nancy Stamps approved. Okay, so if you're looking for an alternative to Spellbinders or Couture Creations Go Press and Foil, I'm definitely going to recommend the Blue Bonnet Foil. I have been using it for the last 2 days, and like I said, you can see on the Happy Birthday die, you can see on the seahorse. Here's another Happy Birthday. Let's try the seahorse in green. And then we'll switch over to some butterflies. But so far, once you find the correct timing for your machine and the right paper to use, it really does make it easy. I mean, that's gorgeous. I don't have my Christmas dies out, but I can just see all the little ornaments and things being done with those. to take this guy off. This is the Spellbinder's butterfly. Put that in the middle there. I'm going to cut some more cardstock down. Let me use, let's use some of the lighter green. Now, as with any foil, this foil is a little thinner, so, I mean, it's just like all the other foils that are out there. So you want to keep it protected. You want to try to keep it in little storage bags. You don't want it to get scratched up. I'm going to cut down some Nina Solar White because that's what I normally use, and then you guys can see what you think about that. So we know it works on the Marco's Matte Coated, so I know some of you guys bought a bunch of that when we were doing the foiling with the ink. So this is Nina Solar White, 80-pound cardstock, classic crest. I will link it down below. I found a really good deal on Amazon. I think it's 250 sheets in a ream, and it was, I want to say around $32, you guys. So a good deal on that. And again, if you're having questions about what exactly am I doing, what is hot foiling, is that the same as Heidi Swap Foil or Deco Foil? It is not. It's very different. Please join our Facebook group. Make sure you agree to the rules when you join the Facebook group or it won't let you in. But it's Foiling Snobs Club, FSC, Foiling Snobs Club. We have a very friendly group. We're very helpful there. We are all about foiling. So definitely join that. And there's a frequently asked questions page in the files. And I share what the differences are in the foiling systems and which companies make which foils. Oh, that is lovely. Oh, that is so pretty. That is perfectly foiled. Definitely FSC approved. Yes. All right. So now we're doing the butterflies. I did 12 seconds on that. And from what I understand, she does ship to Europe. I don't know if she ships to Canada. I'm sorry, to Australia, but I do believe she said she ships to Canada and Europe. Okay, this is the Spellbinder's butterfly. Again, we did 12 seconds on high. This is that green shimmer foil. So we've used the dark green, we've used the, did we use the silver? We didn't use the silver yet, so I'll cut a piece of that next. This is the lighter green. All right, so that is slightly underfoiled. I think it's because of the placement of my die. We're going to try that again. I have a little divot in the middle of my plate here. So I have to remember to be conscious of that because it doesn't always foil. So I am going to, the rest of it foiled beautifully, but right at the bottom there where that divot was, it didn't foil correctly. So I'm going to reuse this piece of paper. And I'm going to try the silver foil this time because I don't think we used that yet. So again, I don't think it's the error of the foil, it's the error of my foil press. The hotter it gets, the more that divot is pronounced, which is a little bit of a downfall of using this machine sometimes. All right, so I'm going to use that same piece. I'm just going to flip it over. And when that happens, sometimes you just need to add a shim. I'm pretty lucky. Most of the time, I don't need a shim with this machine, most of the time. Okay, so we've used the two greens and the silver. We've used the pink and the gold. Let me see what else is in there. I noticed she was wrapping other colors inside. So I was like, surprise! We did the gold, right? Yes. So we've done, I think this is only gold in here. Yeah, there's a lot of foil in there, guys. This is going to last me quite a while. because I definitely don't do as much hot foiling as I do Minc foiling, toner foiling. But hot foiling is very special to me because making that little embossed image just makes it, I don't know, a little more professional looking, like I spent a little more time making sure it's right. Okay, and then this is the 2 greens and the silvers. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to just check the other foils. I don't see a way of differentiating through packaging what is hot foil and what is toner foil. And again, you always want to keep those separate. You don't want to mix up your foils. You want to keep them nice and rolled up and keep them in their bags so they don't get dusty, they don't get scratched up. Yeah, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. A little underfoiling here, but again, that's my die, not the foil. The foil is actually a very good foil. And again, she sent me these to try out. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not getting paid. These are all my own honest opinions. Would I buy this foil? Most definitely. And you guys know, I am a foil critic. I will tell you if it's the foil, if it's the machine, if it's the die. I'm going to turn this around. Let's try it this way. Let's put it on the bottom. Let's try, I'm going to test out some of these other foils because now I'm concerned, what if they're mixed up? Because that gold is definitely not hot foil. Let me try a little piece of this rainbow here. So you can see it comes with this nice belly band. And I was able to pull the stickers off the other ones. That one's kind of tight. Now see, these are packaged in silver. And that other one had a rainbow belly band. So I wonder if that's the difference. I don't know. But that's definitely not hot foil. So we're not going to put that back in the hot foil. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Let me cut a piece of this. So I want to show you here. This is a perfect example. Do you see... Can you see the black spots there on the back of the foil? That's what happens when foil is on a thinner carrier sheet. It gets all scratched up like that. So you really want to handle your foils with care. And this is hot foil or regular foil. And since we're just doing a little testing of this to see if it's hot foil or not, it doesn't matter to me that it's scratched up. I just want to see if it's going to stick to this paper. Oh, I forgot. We changed paper. So that could be another reason why it didn't adhere. I might have to go to 15 seconds. So the other foils I will put through a toner test where I will try it on toner printed sheets, laser printed sheets. You know, we'll run it through the Minc and see how it does. Okay, so see how that didn't stick? That is not hot foil, that's regular foil. So that's good. I know that both of these in this package are regular foil. Beautiful colors though, for sure. But you guys know I'm a pretty heavy critic when it comes to foiling, especially now that Creative Vision Stamps is retired. I will tell you this is a thinner quality foil. This is not as heavy as Creative Vision Stamps foil. All right. There's 2 more in here. I just want to double check them once again to make sure that these are not hot foils, that these are regular foils. Okay, now these have, oh, see, there's like a little, there's a secret surprise of foils in there. All right, these have a green band. So my recommendations would be that she names the foils, or at least put the code. I understand she does like a color code. Put the color code on the foils so that we know what they're called. And my second recommendation would be to definitely differentiate what is regular foil and what is hot foil. And I don't know that I would call this Foil Quill because I'm pretty sure that's probably copyright. I would call it hot foil. So I would call one toner foil and I would call one hot foil. But I would just make sure that I'm differentiating that on my packaging so that if you are a crafter, you don't get them mixed up. If you're going to keep these belly bands, that you always know, okay, that's hot foil. So this looks like a beautiful rose gold color. But again, we'll see if this is regular toner foil. And I'm just going to write that on my bags here. My thumb in that other one. Okay, and then these two I know are toner foil. Which I will again be doing a more extensive test later on. I don't remember heating this. We'll heat it again. It's not going to hurt it. So I'm going to go through off camera and test these other foils. But as far as the hot foil goes, let me give you my thoughts on that. Okay, so yeah, those are regular. So I think all the rest of those are probably regular foils as well. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Blue Bonnet Hot Foil. Now, this is not their toner foil. It is their hot foil. Blue Bonnet Hot Foil. Again, let me give you the specifics here. The place that you can purchase them, and I will link it down below, is her Facebook page, which is Blue Bonnet Foil-RGV. Okay, you're going to get 8 inches. It's 21 centimeters by 5 meters, so you're getting 3 more inches in length than all of the other hot foils are out there, because Glimmer Foil, Gemini Foil, Go Press, and Foil all come exactly the same as this. So they come in almost 5 inches by 5 meters, and that you're getting the exact same meters here. So in terms of width, how much you're getting exactly the same, but in length, you're getting 3 more inches of length on these foils, okay? It's $5 a roll. There's 23 colors for hot foiling. On the Gemini FoilPress, you want to use the machine on high. 12 seconds seems to work best for these smaller hot foil dies. Again, you may need to go a little longer based on the thickness of your paper and based on the size of your hot foil die. If you were going to do a full background die like this, 12 seconds probably is not enough time. But again, you need to play with your machines based on your dies, your timing of the machine, and the paper that you're using. Okay, I used 3 different papers here, and it seemed to work fine on all 3 papers. Again, the papers that I used yesterday was the Recollections 110-pound cardstock. This was the Spellbinders die. It did high at 12 seconds, and it foiled beautifully. And I used the Gemini die, and it was also high, and I used it for 12 seconds, and it foiled beautifully. So that was last night. Today, we moved into the Marco's matte coated cardstock, which again is now called Lux, what's it called? Now, Futura Laser is what it's called now, and I'll link that for you. And I don't have an affiliation with this company either. I just really love their paper for foiling. But that foiled, you can see beautifully, again, with the Gemini die. Wonderful. And then this is an actual Scrapbooking Made Simple hot foil die, this little seahorse here. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then when I switched over to Nina, the hot foil didn't take. I think, again, part of it is because of my machine. Plus, this paper is not as coated. This coated paper just sucks that foil right up. So that's why I like the coated paper. But again, you can see how beautiful the foils are. The silver foil has the sequin sparkle in there. And so does this green foil. So I would definitely say yes, 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 yes. I would buy this foil. I am going to buy more of this foil for my Gemini FoilPress machine. I will do, like I said, at a later date, more playing around with the Spellbinder's machine, but it should work just as good on the machines. That makes no difference. The Spellbinder's machine already works at a higher heat, so I don't think you're going to have any issues with the Spellbinder's machine at all. But just simple fact that she does have 23 colors. You're getting a little bit longer foil. It's $5 a roll. She's super fast shipping, and she does ship, I believe, to Europe and Canada. I'm not sure about Australia. The only downsides that I saw were that the foils are not named, so I don't know what, like I'm going to call this fuchsia sparkle. I'm going to call this gold, I don't know, disco, green sequins, whatever you want to call it, and, the other colors that we had there. So I wish the foils were named, and secondly, I wouldn't call this foil quill. I would call it hot foil. You can use this with your foil quill machine. I'm not going to test that out, guys, because I don't really like the foil quill, but you can certainly do so. But this will work with, again, your foil quill, your Gemini FoilPress, your Spellbinder's Glimmer machine, your Toto machine for those of you in Europe, and also the Couture Creations Go Press and Foil machine. So I definitely recommend this. This is Nancy Stamps approved. This is FSC approved. If you are into hot foiling, check them out. Again, the only thing I would suggest is just change that and somehow differentiate the packaging so that we know what is hot foil versus what is toner foil. Stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button and click the bell so you get notifications when I post new videos, because I will be trying out a whole bunch of new foils. Unfortunately, our favorite foiling company, Creative Vision Stamps, has retired. She is one of my best crafting friends, but also made the best foil, hands down. And we need to find a supplier that's going to be able to provide us foiling addicts with new foiling. So I will be testing out the Blue Bonnet toner foils against that. I also have some other foiling companies. I have Scissor Foil. Bet you didn't even know Scissor made foil, but apparently they do, because I got some samples here. I have Wow Foil. Didn't know that Wow made foils either. Of course, we have Deco Foil and some other foiling companies. We're going to see if they stand up to the Creative Vision Stamps foil. Stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoyed it. It also lets YouTube know that you enjoyed it. So when I post new videos, you will get notification of those as well. But again, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and join us over on our Facebook group. It is Foiling Snobs Club. I promise you we're not snobs. We're a very fun, helpful group. Lots of lovely people in our group. And this is what we primarily focus on. Card making, stamping, scrapbooking, foiling. Anything you want to know, join and ask. Just remember to agree to the rules in order to get accepted. So once again, thanks for watching, guys. And keep on foiling. Bye-bye.